back to Cityline. With me, I have somebody who is just a delight in so many ways, and she is such a gift to our city. She is the Executive Director of Symphony Tacoma. I'm talking about the exquisite Karina Bharne. Happy New Year, Karina.
Happy New Year. How are you?
I am well, my dear. It is so good to see you. And I'm looking behind you, because I always do, at that wonderful picture of you and your husband. It's coming over your right shoulder. It looks like you're in someplace tropical and sunny and wonderful.
We're in Jerusalem in that picture. And then this one is at my sister's wedding.
Oh, I love that. We love that. Well, let's hope in 2021 you get to add to your collection of traveling pictures on the wall. How's that?
I sure hope so.
Symphony Tacoma, in spite of not being able to perform, has been very busy this past year. Tell us about what you were up to.
Well, we started out with 3 different series, and one of them was called our Encore series. So we wanted to look through our archives and find some of our favorite performances from the past. And then Maestra Sarah didn't want to stop there. So she took imagery sometimes from the concert when we had video from the concert. And then she also took videos from the National Park Service, from around Tacoma, and then created these just beautiful videos to go along with it. So you'd be listening to, Rachmaninoff's Third Piano Concerto, and you'll be seeing an eagle, and sometimes you'll be seeing an otter someplace in, Mount Rainier National Park. So it's been interesting for us to kind of dabble in video editing, and Maestra Sarah has done a great job with that. We've also had our interlude series, and this is our chamber music, all newly recorded this past fall, and that included, Vivaldi's Four Seasons with your favorite Sven, as well as Dances and Goddesses, a collaboration with Tacoma City Ballet, and then we had a holiday favorites one, which was also a collaboration with Tacoma City Ballet, and that was with our brass quintet. And finally, this past weekend, we did a Messiah for Our Times. And this was something that Jeffrey Boers, our choir director, put together. He did an amazing job of using not only a previous concert's recording, he also recorded some of the movements live when we could, and then just put imagery of our people, all of our community, and just things around Tacoma and things that were very specific to 2020 that happened. So these are all on YouTube. You can watch them at any time. And then finally, we also had our Facebook Live series where we were able to interview members of our community. And again, these are all on YouTube. People can watch them at any time. And it's been a pretty fun fall for us, even though we're all sitting in our apartments, twiddling our thumbs, and sometimes baking sourdough, I think.
That was said so beautifully. And I have to say, the videos that Maestro Sarah and you and your team put together, these are like BBC videos. They're beautiful. I mean, there is nothing amateur about these videos. I mean, you feel like, you are sitting in a theater and you are watching the eagles soar over. So I have to say, for your first attempt at this, brava. Absolutely beautiful. I have to tell you that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you mentioned they're on YouTube. Will they be on YouTube throughout 2021 for us to kind of go back and look at?
The majority of what we have will remain up into 2021. So we just hit a big milestone this past week. On Monday, we hit over 500 subscribers on our YouTube page. So if there's anyone out there, if you want to help us get to 600, please go to youtube.com/Symphony Tacoma and then press subscribe. And the good thing that we did was we have full concerts. So if you want to have a concert experience, you can sit on your sofa and watch an entire performance. Or we've also edited the video so you can just watch one movement at a time if you want to do that as well. And one thing that I wanted to mention is that it's been really helpful for some of our patrons to actually watch YouTube on their televisions instead of sitting at their computer. So we have instructions on our website on how to do that in case you want to be able to throw YouTube onto your TV.
Because, I think it does require that big screen experience. I mean, it feels like you are back in the Pantages watching all of it happen, which is, I know, where we all eventually want to be.
Right.
Karina, would we look ahead to 2021? What are your plans for continuing to make music? And are you looking at an all virtual season if you have that crystal ball in front of you? Because nobody can really predict the virus.
Well, our season ends in June, and for the foreseeable future, we made the decision to go ahead and do our programs virtually for the spring. Now, then again, things have been changing pretty rapidly. So if we have the opportunity to go ahead and do anything live, we will certainly look into that. But of course, the safety of our patrons as well as the safety of our musicians is what comes first. So I have a feeling that decision will be made for us. And in some ways, that's a little bit easier. So, Maisha, Sarah, and I talked quite a bit about what we wanted to do for the spring. We also surveyed and polled our audience to see which programs have been successful and which ones have not. And we're really excited that we'll be continuing actually all three of our programs up until the end of June. So we'll be going ahead with an interludes. Our first recording session is coming up in January, where we'll be recording something you probably don't hear every day, a percussion quartet. And then the one following that will be a horn quartet, which is a slightly more common group of instruments together. But percussion quartet's going to be, I think, a first for us, and we're really excited to get that together. And then after that, we've been looking through our archives to see which programs we have that will really lend themselves well to the visuals that Sarah have been doing. So we're really excited about the first one that we have coming up. It's going to be Prokofiev's Romeo and Juliet, selections from it because the piece itself is long. And we're going to be adding visuals to that. And we have some footage from our past performance. So I think it's going to make for a really lovely production. As we move later on into the fall, we'll be taking a look at Beethoven 9, which we did at the end of 2019. And then we're also going to be taking a look at Tan Dunn's Water Passion, which was a really great and interesting concert that we did many years ago that features our choir. So from the perspective of our encore series, we have a lot going on. And then with our Facebook Lives, we're taking a look at which interviews we want to do. But it looks like it's going to be really a pack season, and that doesn't even get into our education program. So we're going to be pretty busy, I think.
As people are listening and really enjoying all that you give us, what do you need from our community right now?
I've been really touched and amazed by the support that we've been receiving from all members of our community. We've had people reach out to us that really haven't had contact with the symphony for many years, and they said, the arts are hurting right now, so we want to make sure that we're able to support you, and that's been really, really humbling because we all are hurting. And so for us, support is obviously, if anyone would like to make a donation, they can go to symphonytacoma.org/support. But then just watching our videos and, subscribing to our pages and commenting is really another thing that we definitely notice and we definitely really appreciate. So I think anything that you can do to interact with us is certainly appreciated during these times.
Here's to a happy and safe and a healthy new year. And so happy new year to you and yours, Ms. Karina.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have much more to come on Cityline. Don't go away. We'll be right back.